Hello everybody, welcome to the channel once again. Here we are, it's Saturday morning. I do believe it's November 26th. We got some snow falling outside. Total overcast. Total overcast. It's like it's so dark. I don't know if people know what it's like up here north of 53 in Manitoba, Canada. The when it's warmer weather, which it's only maybe -2, -5, and the cloud cover comes in for snow, it's like dusk. It's very dark and gray. We You pretty much lose all regular shadow. The only shadows you're gonna see, like you seen last week with the testing of the 24 millimeter, total loss of shadow. It's but you know, we can still shoot because we have this awesome lens on this totally historic. So here's history. Here's history, you guys. So we're gonna shoot the Nikon S Auto 1.4 50 millimeter Nippon Kagaku lens. This in the very first version of this lens was probably around 62, something like that, but they didn't release this until I think 66 or something like that. It's and you know, very special lens. So I'll tell you some of my belief. This is only my belief. There's no serious, you know, I don't want to get into a big, huge gatekeeping discussion about this, but you know, I've been shooting for a while now. Uh, a lot of German folding cameras and Zeiss pre-war cameras, and a lot of German glass, the Voigtlander and stuff like that. That, you know, pre-war and post-war, early to mid 50s. And when I'm shooting a lot of this Nikon stuff, well, especially we all know the 105 and the 135 pre-AI lenses. They're definitely a sonar design. So there's Zeiss right there. But when I'm shooting this lens, I've shot it a few times. I'm definitely seeing the same German type characteristics in my photo, where you know, you get less distortion. The micro contrast is really good, but the characteristics give it almost a 3D look. And here we go with this lens again. I'm very suspicious, you know, because as we know, when this F was built, history has it that the all the great things, great attributes of a lot of camera manufacturers were all put into this camera, and in their quest to take out, basically they were aiming for Leica, and they succeeded. This camera killed Leica. You know, and Leica just, you know, and that's history. You know, we can all be brand loyal and everything, you know, and I understand that some people's feelers might get a little bent when you tell them this, but that's history. These guys went after Leica. They knocked Leica's socks off, and Leica has never really recovered. It's you know, it's a specialty camera for certain people that like Leicas, and you know, I don't want to really get too deep into this, but this is actual history. So they went after the market, and they did not hold anything back. This lens was very expensive to build, very particular, and you can tell when you're just holding and focusing this lens. It's you know, everything everything that happens with this lens is just like the rest of this whole system. It's amazing. And to tell you the truth, from what I've noticed, this lens has less distortion than the new 50 millimeter 1.4G. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding. We can all look at bars and graphs and listen to talking heads and telling you, oh, we did infrared and we did heat wave stuff and showing you all this scientific stuff. But for me and for you and for everybody else that really, I feel the proof is in the pudding when you have perfect exposures, perfect focus, take your shot and see the product, right? So, and definitely I'm seeing German type characteristics in this lens. Let's leave it at that. So today's very gray. And also this lens, this became the world standard. Right here, we're looking at it right here. This is not the HC, which is the multi-coated glass that came out later with the same optics but just multi-coated. This is the trendsetter. This is the table that everybody had to come up to. This was the press lens, news gathering, whatever you want to call it. This lens right here. This lens is the standard for 50 millimeter lenses that are even made today. This is where, so whatever. So, you know, I'm so fortunate to be able to shoot this setup together, and there's more lenses coming. I'm pretty much in the future going to have all the lenses that were released with the Nikon F. So, for use on the Nikon F. So that's coming. So that's my thing. Weather's crappy. Meters bang on this camera. I've tested it against huge amounts of different cameras and digital and film that I have and the light meters, and so I dialed this in and it's dialed in. So but it's so dark today, and right now we have huge snowflakes falling. It's just like, if you want to play Christmas, today's the day that I'm gonna do handheld. So we're gonna throw Ilford Delta 3200 in there. This probably isn't the best film to show the sharpness characteristics or whatever of this lens. If people want a pixel peep, but we're definitely going to get character from this film. I'm going to be able to do this handheld without trying to drag around a monopod or a tripod or stiffening up like a board when I'm taking shots at 1/15th of a second. Like it's like, you get right down into, definitely it should be on a tripod territory. Even with the 100 film, I don't have any 400 in stock. So we're doing the Delta 3200 today. And boy, we might not even be able to go out. It's getting really heavy. The snow's getting super heavy out here. So we're going to try anyway. So you're going to see even more special effects if I do. I'll wait a while to see if this goes away. Anyways, let's load her up, because I know people like to see cameras being loaded, and that's cool. It's a cool thing. And I think also it shows you that I'm actually using this camera, because I'm not going to do a bunch of B-roll, and I want to make sure that people understand that this is the film we're putting in the camera. This is the film we're shooting in this camera. That's the lens we're shooting with. It's this site has been so awesome to me, this channel, and the people, the subscribers on it, and the commenters. That but on some other sites, I'm getting all kinds of, gatekeeping stuff or whatever. So so here we go. So we'll do this, right? because we're, it's, what else do we got to do, right? It's, I probably still haven't learned. Let's get this around here again. Yeah. Holy smokes, did I even get that in there? There we go. See what I mean? Everybody see what I mean by when I say I like to snug this up a bit before, because I like to see it where yeah, I think that I kind of blew it on this one. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, she's coming into line now. There we go. See, I'm a normal person that just loads film like normal people do. There's no big cut and go back and refilm it until I try to prove to everybody that I'm some kind of Superman. If you notice, there's some black tape on this original hood for this lens, because these lenses are a clip-on constant fall-off lens. So basically I just black tape it on there, right? It's function over beauty. So because this is, especially with this being a non-coated a lens, there is a bit of an amber, so I'm thinking maybe there's some of that lanthar stuff in there or whatever that they put into glass to cut down some chromatic aberration and that. And there we go with some of that German stuff again, because the coloring, the amber coloring, makes me suspicious of that. Yeah, so black tape holds it on, whatever works. This is this is for all of you that are just watching for the first time. This is a channel of function. This is not a channel of fashion. You'll get it when you get to see me in my clothing sometimes. So anyways, like, subscribe, click the bell. Let's go out and shoot this stuff. 3200, right? Look at that. Isn't that awesome? 3200. And there's no up and down compensation on this. We're shooting it right at the film speed, right through the meter the way it's dialed in. We're good to go. Oh, and I'll tell you something. I made a mistake. And Mr. Patrick Hollins, we were going back and forth. I thought for sure, and this is a word of caution. Here we go. Here's something that I need to tell you guys. This, we'll do a battery test here. It's really hard to try to get this. See that needle moving? I don't know if you, yeah, there we go. That's the battery test. So I came home one day and I went to do a battery test on this camera and it didn't move. Batteries were dead. Batteries were dead. I thought, oh no, because it's so easy. It's so easy to turn this meter on like this just by bumping into it and then walking away. Battery's dead. You know what I'm saying? So I got, oh no, I just thought I did something so horrible. And I discovered when I threw some new batteries into it, sometimes the meter wasn't working right. The test wasn't working. It was doing the same thing. And I started getting a little leery. And what I discovered is I'm coming in the house. Now, I don't do this with my digital cameras, but I came in the house the other day at -10. So condensation built up on everything on this camera, right? And so condensation affected the battery check contacts. That's where I'm coming from now. And so a little contact cleaner and away it went. And I thought for sure that, went through all kinds of crazy things went through my mind. But that's what it was. So here's a word of caution. So what I do is I take a big Ziploc bag, or any big plastic bag that doesn't have leaks, And before I come in the house with my digital camera from -40 all the way to -5, whatever, where you're going to get condensation, I put that camera in that bag before I bring it in the house and seal it before I bring it in the house and let everything become room temperature before I unseal it. That keeps the humidity out of your camera. That keeps it safe. And that was a tip that one of the subscribers gave to me way last year when it was -30, and I was noticing that there was this problem. So be very cautious taking these because they're very sensitive, and older electronics, taking these out into this weather and then bringing it into your house and filling it full of humidity. Bad idea. Okay, like, subscribe, click the bell. Let's get on with it. You guys are awesome. We're doing well. We go thumbs up on this one. Because, right? Oh my gosh. I feel so fortunate to be actually using this system. It's just a whole feeling, of all the history and all the news and all the world happenings that were gathered with these cameras and just amazing. Let's get it on. And let's get, let's get some photos taken here and let's show you the results. See you guys later.